Welcome to the Dan Sports Tips MLB and for 1 week only college football show for today, the 3rd of September. We had a reasonable night on the baseball last night. We went 2-2, small profit, 4-point profit. Shame we couldn't have got one more in, to be honest. Fair few plays I like today. I'm going to start with Pittsburgh and Milwaukee. Jimmy Nelson's up for Milwaukee today. He's had an extended period of struggles. He's gone 1-5 with an 8.27 ERA in his last 7 starts. That drops to 5.47 with a 2-9 record if you extend it back over his last 15. He was the loser at home against Pittsburgh, allowing 5 earned runs before being pulled in less than 4 innings in his last start. The following day, even Nova went to the hill for Pittsburgh. He limited Milwaukee to a single run through 6 innings, taking his record to 4-0 in 5 starts with a 2.7 ERA since he was traded to Pittsburgh from New York. There is no reason to suspect Milwaukee to perform better against a Pittsburgh team that does still cling on in the fringes of the wildcard race in their own ballpark. They need to snap a 4-game losing streak pretty quick if they intend to stay in touch for the remainder of the stretch run, and I'm going to play Pittsburgh on the run line. Baltimore will continue their series hosting the New York Yankees. Kevin Gausman goes to the hill today. He finally won on the road last time out for the first time this season in his last start, which was against the Yankees, who reopposed today. He has dominated the Yankees this year, particularly at Camden Yards, where he has beaten them twice, going 7 strong innings, allowing just a single run across both those outings. When you would add the shutout in the Bronx to his resume against New York this year, then 3 of 4 starts have been very, very good against New York. CC Sabathia goes for the Yankees today. He pitched fairly well against the Orioles in defeat last time. He has shut them down without allowing a run in each of his starts in Baltimore this year, but those took place early in the year. Sabathia has been a different pitcher in the second half of the season. He's got an ERA over 5 since the All-Star break. Baltimore have got more power in their lineup as well. I think they should get the job done behind one of the best home records in baseball today, and I'm going to play a -1.5 and -3.5. Washington and the New York Mets. We played Washington to beat the Mets and ace pitcher Noah Syndergaard last night. Washington get to face Mets starter Robert Zellman. He had a 5+ ERA in 9 AAA starts prior to his promotion to the big leagues, and then allowed 4 earned runs in 6 innings to Philadelphia, who are far from an elite offense in baseball. Now he gets to face one of the better offenses in Washington. And he opposes the ultra-consistent Tanner Roark. Roark is 5-1 with a 2.36 ERA in his last 7 starts. I would anticipate the Nationals are going to continue on their cruise to the National League East title today, while denting the division rival Mets' playoff hopes in the wildcard race. Minnesota and the Chicago White Sox will get it on tonight. Hector Santiago against James Shields. This is a matchup of 2 pitchers who have been traded this year. And both have experienced massive struggles since their trades. Shields did compile a solid month of July for the White Sox. Sadly for Chicago, he managed an ERA of 11.07 in June and 11.42 in August, though his only appearance against the Twins for Chicago was his best start in June, when he went 6 innings, allowing a single run for his first win in the uniform. He comes into this game off the back of his best August start, going 6 innings against Detroit, allowing just 2 runs. Hector Santiago of the Twins broke into the big leagues with Chicago. He opposes for the Twins today, having struggled since being traded from the Angels, going 0-4 with an ERA over 8 in 5 starts. He, like Shields, enters this game off of his best August start, shutting down Cleveland over 6 1/3 innings. He has faced Chicago twice already this year when he was with the Angels. He pitched 7 shutout innings on each occasion. I think I trust Santiago a little bit more than I do Shields. I will play the Twins at home on the run line because I think they do offer a spot of value. And Detroit against the Kansas City Royals, nearly said the Chiefs. Yordano Ventura has been ultra consistent for a little while now. He has a really good record against the Tigers this year. He's gone 2-0 with a 1.82 ERA in 4 starts. Michael Fulmer will oppose for Detroit in 2 starts against the reigning champs. Fulmer, who has been a revelation in the rotation for Detroit this year, has allowed 2 runs and 1 run. The main concern here could be the Detroit relief pitching, because Kansas City's is back finally fully healthy, and we know they're good at the back end of their pen. However, Kansas lack true power in the bulk of their lineup, so they will need to string an awful lot of hits together if they're going to punish the Detroit relief pitching. Hopefully Fulmer will work deep into the game. This is a pitcher's park. There's no weather factors particularly helping the hitters. This looks a stonewall under to me. The total's set at 8, and I'm playing under all day long. Looking at college football today, this section of the show will normally take place on the NFL show, because the NFL season doesn't start till next week. I really don't have anywhere else to put it. The way I make my college football selections is I've got some ratings I work to. That give me sort of points projections and projecting the teams. Those are how I make the selections. Generally, we're going to have selections between 2 and 7 points. 6 and 7 points isn't going to come up very often, though. The bulk of the plays is going to be sort of like 3, 4, 5 points. I'm just going to list them, basically. And then there's also going to be a 2-point accumulator that I'm going to put up each week. And obviously, this will take place on the NFL show after this week, and we'll keep a track of how we're getting on in college. Oklahoma against Houston. The line is set at 67.5 today. My ratings say that's high. I'm going to play 5 points under 67.5. Texas A&M against UCLA is another game that I think the total's high. It's set at 54. I'm playing 5 points on the under. LSU minus 11 against Wisconsin. I'm going to play 4 points on LSU in this game. Georgia against North Carolina is another game where I think the total's high. Only 3 points on the under at 57. BYU minus 2.5 against Arizona. That's a 5-point play. Alabama minus 12 against USC. We're going to put 3 points on that. We're going to place 4 points on the under 52.5 in that game as well. Clemson against Auburn. The total looks slightly high. It's close, but it's just high. We'll play 3 points on under 63.5. Texas State against Ohio. I think this total is low. We're going to play 2 points on the over 60.5 points. Tomorrow night's game, Notre Dame minus 3.5 against Texas is a 4-point play. Under 59 points in that game is also a 4-point play. And then on Monday night, I'm going to play Ole Miss plus 5 against Florida State. That's a 3-point play as well. The 2-point accumulator for this week is BYU minus 2.5, LSU minus 11, Notre Dame against Texas under 59, Texas A&M against UCLA under 54. 2-point accumulator pays 12-1 with Bet365. If anyone is interested in my outright selections, I like LSU and Florida State. I think they offer a bit of value for the national championship this year, and those are the plays I've got for college football today. Best of luck if you're joining me on the baseball. Best of luck if you're joining me on the college football. It's great to have football back. I will be back tomorrow. See you later.